Hey everybody, welcome back to Hudson's House of Play. I am Miss Lynn and you are joining me here for our craft tutorial. This week we are learning about all the different types of science, and today we were introduced to earth science. And earth science is the study of all things related to our planet Earth. We also learned about what the earth is made of, and the upper crust is made of rocks. So what are some of the things that we find in rocks? Well, we learned that rocks are made up of small particles of other rocks, sand, grains, minerals, and lots of other components. So today for our craft, we are going to be making our very own rock. Now let's talk about the materials we'll need for this craft. I have, of course, a little bit of sand here. I only had kinetic sand, I didn't have regular loose sand, but I think that should work fine. I also have some broken pieces and small bits of rock. These are pretty small in size. I'll show you what it looks like. But depending on how big you want your rock to be, you can get pieces that are a little larger than these. These are like pebbles. I have next a variety of Play-Doh colors, just because I decided that I'm gonna make my rock a very colorful one. So I have some blue Play-Doh, I have some red, and I have a little bit of yellow. And I also have some sequins here because I didn't have any glitter to represent the sparkly minerals that we find in rocks sometimes. So if you have glitter, that's great. If you don't, you can just look for anything that maybe has a little sparkle to it. I have some sequins here. Buttons can work. You can use whatever you like, and you can add whatever you'd like into your rock. So this is a pretty simple craft. We are going to start with our Play-Doh. And we are going to, Miss Lynn is going to take a little bit of each color and mush them together so that I can have a big rock shape. I have some blue here, pour that out, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I've got my red, I've got my blue clay, and I have just the slightest bit of yellow here and a little bit of yellow. So the first thing I'm going to do is combine all of these colors. I know we usually say, oh no, don't mix the colors, but I really like combining them. And sometimes you'll see the different colors mixing together to make a new color. I see some cool colors forming here. And I'll show you what it looks like so far. Check that out. Yeah, that looks fun. All right, my rainbow rock is almost ready to rock and roll. Okay. All right, now that I have this big ball here, I'm gonna start adding in some of my materials here. So I'm gonna go with the sand first, and I'm just gonna fold it in, nothing crazy, and you'll find that the sand will just make its way through the Play-Doh however it wants. And just like the way that we talked about our rock formation, sometimes the smaller grains just settled down, and when the heavier rocks were on top, they just kept pressing and pressing the grains until it got really smushed and it turned into a different compound. Look at that, I've got some sand mixed into there. And now it's time for some rocks. I'm going to just singly place each one in so that I can spread it out, and I want to be able to see all of my different rocks that I stick in here. So I'll just show you. Miss Lynn is just planting her rocks, all of her small pebbles, directly into her clay in all these different spots. And the point of this is that it will eventually dry, and the clay will hold the rock really nicely. Oops, I dropped one. I tried to find different shaped rocks as well as different colors so that they would really pop out and represent all of the different elements to our rock and our planet. All right, I have a few more pieces here. I'll stick them right in. Some of them kind of just blend into the sand. All right, once you have that, you really want to work on compacting it and pressing it in. And it's that pressure of the earth and the crust that has formed these rocks. Now, last but not least, I'm gonna go with some sparkly sequins. Oops, they're stuck to the bottom. And like I said, you can really use anything you have in your house. If you wanted to use some beans or some lentils to represent your rocks, then you can do that. You could even use some grains like oatmeal, or you can use, what else is there? Some farina, anything that looks like sand. That could work for your sand. You can even use some Cheerios if you'd like, or Rice Krispies. That's always fun, but that could be a little messy. All right, a couple more here, and then I'm gonna press this big ball into a nice rock shape. Now, usually rocks aren't perfectly shaped like this because they break off jagged or they are pressed in a position that gives them their shape. So Miss Lynn is not gonna make this perfect little rock here. I'm going to make my rock kind of bumpy and lumpy so that it looks like a true rock. Maybe you want it to be perfect. It's your rock. You choose how you'd like to mold it. All right, I have a lot of sand on the table. I'm gonna try to work all of this sand back into my Play-Doh here. And then all you have to do is let it sit and dry, and then you'll have your very cool rock. All right, my Play-Doh is all in, and I think I'm happy with the shape of my rock. Let me show you. Whoa, look at that. There's lots of different colors and textures in my rock here, and I cannot wait to have it dried so that I can plant it outside and see how it blends in with all the other rocks. Well, I hope you had fun and enjoyed our rock craft. When you're ready, send those photos into Miss Lynn and send it to lynn@hudsonshouseofplay.com. Until next time, I'll see you then. Goodbye to all my friends. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye to all my friends. I'll see you again. From your place to my place, from your room to the classroom. Goodbye to all my friends, I'll see you again. See you next time.